in all areas. And that laid foundation to the industrial revolution, which happened, started after 6th, 17th century. Okay. And then because of that industrial revolution, when it happened, world became too small, right? Because of the industrial revolution, we are able to come to America and all that. People could move around. All the cultures could go together and develop as a uniform one world culture. So, and then from that industrial revolution, we had a next revolution, what we call it, you can call it Silicon Revolution, or you can call it Internet Revolution, right? And then from Internet Revolution, from 80s, 90s up till now we are joining AI revolution, right? So this AI revolution is going to change even more. We all will be more productive. Life will be more simpler. So if you look back, I think we have to give a lot of credit to Renaissance movement of Europe. And in that, there are in one of the meeting we discussed about how the Platonic model of the universe was very popular until like 15th century. And then Platonic model from there, we have, I'm even forgetting the name of all the scientists. Who was that who gave the solar system? Do you remember the name of that scientist, or uh, who was that? Not Galileo. Galileo came later. Who was from before the Galileo was Kepler. From the Kepler, uh, who was the scientist who gave the circular motion before the Kepler? Kepler gave the electrical movement of the. Um, can you find out who was that? I'm forgetting his name.
Should I check?
Uh, uh, yeah, there were so Platomy was the model number. This model was for a very long time accepted as a universal model of the solar system, and then after Platomy came. See, my memory is fading now. Um, it will come back. So he was the one um, who suggested that uh, all the planets moves around the sun in circular motion, not elliptical. So, but uh, and then of course there were some flaws in calculation and all that, and so uh, Kepler looks at data, all the data which was collected by, I think it was another scientist who has a good telescope, and because of that he was collecting a lot more data. And based on the real data, Kepler analyzed the data, and he figured out that no, the planets are not moving in the circular motion, but they are moving in the elliptical movement. So he gave that. That was by Kepler, and then after that, this was kind of verified by Newton and Einstein. That gravitation movement, all these things started coming one by one, right? So that period of like 13th, 14th century to like you can call it up to like 20th century is a great for industrial revolution, and it started basically in the Europe. Renaissance is the first movement. You can call it the birthplace of this industrial revolution, which lasted for almost 600 years. And we went from bullocks, carts, or rot, or tum tum to the aeroplane, right? In that period, or how we travel by aeroplane. So that is the contribution of this period. So it's very important that all students like you understand the history of the science. That's what I'm trying to say. So Renaissance, like yesterday I was watching. Uh, have you uh, 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 have you heard of Da Vinci? How many of you have heard about Da Vinci?
Even see.
No?
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Leonardo da Vinci. Have you
Yes,
heard
sir.
of his? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Have you heard his name?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like he was, yeah, he was known as a father of many things. For example, he wrote a textbook of paintings, how to paint, but at the same time, human anatomy. He did make like a lot of. He was watching a lot of surgeries, internal surgery, and all that, whatever medical science was there, and he kind of uh, developed all the what you call all the body anatomy of our body, how it is, and how, he initially gave the names of all different bones of our body, you know and not only that, he came with the idea of the heart, how heart works in the first place, and so it's very interesting that he gave even many things, many theory he suggested at that time, very primitive stage, later on found to be even true now. That whatever ideas he gave, the hypothesis came up with of how the heart works, was many theories he provided. So I was watching a show on him, and I was very impressed that how he discovered many things, and how he also the false uh, thinking we had before, he kind of, with the data he proved that those things are wrong. Okay. So it's very critical. It is like what you call it, scientific temperament, which uh, which we see in the period of Renaissance period. We have to understand, and that temperament has led us to this moment here. Okay, before that, हम लोग क्या करते थे, हम लोग रट लेते थे, कोई बड़ी बात किसी ने कह दी तो बड़े लोगों की बात मान के हम लोग सीधे उसको क्या करते थे, ओके दैट्स करेक्ट, हम उसको मान लेते थे. दैट इज नॉट साइंस. वी हैव टू कोई भी चीज को उसको समझने की जरूरत है, और अगर उसमें सवाल पूछने की जरूरत है कि इट शुड मेक सेंस, राइट. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर कोई आसमान में रात में देखे तो लगता है कि नीले आसमान में तारे जड़े हुए हैं. एंड दैट इज एग्जैक्टली मोहम्मद ऑफ इस्लाम. ही सेड दैट अल्लाह ने बनाया 7 दिन में जो है, 4 दिन में उसने पूरा कायनात बना दिया, और उसने रात में जो है आसमान में तारे जड़ दिए. हाँ, जैसे कि कोई ज्वेलरी बनाता है, औरतें, गांव की औरतें, मैंने देखा है कि वो लोग जो है बनाती है, गांव में बहुत सारे कपड़े पर बहुत कुछ बनाती हैं, हैंडीक्राफ्ट. तो उसी तरह मोहम्मद साहब ने कहा कि अल्लाह ने जो है जब दुनिया कयानत बनाया तो आसमान बनाया, जब आसमान बना दिया तब उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं नहीं, इसको और ब्यूटीफाई करना है, सुंदर बनाना है. तो उसके लिए आसमान में उन्होंने तारे झड़ दिए. तो मुसलमान जो है, हमारे यहाँ मुसलमान भाई अभी भी इस बात को मानते हैं. तो दीज आर द रॉन्ग थिंग्स, एंड दिस इज ट्रू विथ मैनी ऑल रिलीजन्स. हमारे यहाँ भी गलत चीज़ें हैं, सब, हिंदू में भी, मुस्लिम में भी, क्रिश्चियनिटी में. तो ये जब रेनेसेंस मूवमेंट आया लंदन में, तो लोग जो ब्लाइंडली क्रिश्चियनिटी के थ्योरीज को मानते थे, उन लोगों ने रिजेक्ट करना शुरू कर दिया, क्योंकि वो साइंटिफिक टेम्परामेंट आ गया था. उन्होंने कहा हम आंख मूंद कर बाइबिल में लिखी हुई बातों को नहीं मानेंगे. अगर पोप कहता है कि जो है दुनिया दुनिया 7 दिन 7 रात में बनी है, तो ये हम नहीं मानेंगे, क्योंकि ये गलत है. अगर क्रिश्चियनिटी कहता है कि अर्थ जो है वो फ्लैट है, तो हम इसको नहीं मानेंगे. तो ऐसे ऐसे करके जो है हमारी जो झूठी थिंकिंग थी, उसको धीरे धीरे जो है रेनेसेंस पीरियड में बहुत सारे चीज़ें को रिजेक्ट किया गया. एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट to understand the Renaissance period, because that period is mother of science development, philosophical development, art development, you name it. So, like I said, So it is very important that we should understand the history of science और कि कैसे साइंस डेवलप हुआ है. मलिक जी, is there any book on the history of science?
Hello, good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
Good
I'm
अच्छा,
evening,
asking
sir.
you a simple question. Is there
अमरनाथ जी,
any book
आप
on history
yes,
of science? Is there any
uh,
book?
yeah, it is there. It is there. Just now, I can't tell you the names of it, but maybe I'll post it in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, that will be great.
People can read
Yeah,
it.
because it is very important when there should be a simple history of science book for kids, so that that will once they see that how things have developed in the simple terms, their mind will automatically start thinking that, oh, this is how the science happen, new things come in the picture.
या आप जो बता रहे थे बहुत अच्छी बात बता रहे थे. रेनेसां पीरियड का जो इम्पैक्ट हम लोगों पर पड़ा है. See, the developments which human beings have made, समझिए इन 3 मिलियन ईयर्स जितना नहीं हुआ ये 300 वर्ष में हुआ है. But we have gone so fast. But why did we go? Simply because there were accepted things prior to 15th century. All the countries, all the societies, they thought that man is the center of the universe. Everything goes around it. The stars go around it. The sun goes around it. The moon goes around it. The planets go around it. So man is the center of the universe. Man occupied the most important. It's only when people found Copernicus and Galileo that it is not so. There was a sudden change was there in thinking. That, oh my God, we are not the center. I mean, but religions, they made us think that we are the center of the universe, everything. Though directly nowhere it was written, but it meant that God created man and things like that, in Christianity and all that. But once the realization came that we are not the center, then many things, questions started being asked. So, and that is how the science developed in last 300 to 400 years. So what Amarnath ji has told you that you must read the history of science, you'll really enjoy it. Uh, See, the scientific theory about this USA was discovered by Columbus. Actually, it was people say that Columbus set out from Italy, that he will go to sorry, Portugal, isn't it?
Yeah, Portugal.
Columbus, yeah, Portugal. Portugal, the, there is we have a misconception in India that he went in search of India. It's not so. Actually, there was a flat earth theory was going around everywhere. So he wanted to see that suppose if it is round, and there were feelings that it is round, and 2000 years back there were Greek philosophers. Earlier, the word scientist was used for the first time in 16th century. Earlier, philosophers used to discuss about science and things. They were called philosophers. So there was a feeling that the earth is round. So in people in Columbus set out to see that if it earth is round, then he will come over to India actually. But then he landed in USA. So it was not that he wanted to come to India. It's not that. He wanted to prove that the earth is round. That feeling was there. And so what Amarnath ji has told you that you must read the history of science and how it has changed drastically in last 300 to 400 years. And I don't know what is going to happen in next 100 years. I will post few books on history of science. And I have some books on history of science in India also. A very
Hmm,
fat book written by an ISRO scientist.
I
Uh,
see.
yeah.
Very
So,
nice. Yeah.
and
What
there are books
I
by
just I just looked at internet and I found something which I want to share. One second here. So so I found out there is a society called History of Science Society, and they have annual meetings. Okay. So Aryan Earth, I would like you guys to join this, and then there are annual conferences they are saying. So yeah, let's see what else they have here in sign meetings. They have membership meetings, and like you guys have a desire to come to America and see things. So many things you can learn from here. If there is a for membership, if a dollar is required to pay the membership fee, and if you guys want, I can pay for it. No worries for that. So um, when you are ready to sign up, at that time you call me, and then I'll give my credit card number or whatever for it. So there is a lot of things, and then there, let's see what they have publication also. What is the publications they have? It says that you have to first be the sign up, then you can okay. So this is a good place. History, it is called HSS, History of Science Society. So I highly encourage all three of you, Art, Pius, and Aryan. Those three of you are here, and even others, to join this society. This is in America, I think. I just randomly found it, and they have a lot of publications, so you can see, and then we go from there. And Maliki is going to, of course, send some other list of books for us. Good.
then I think Amarnathji also we should tell people that you see there are many people on the earth right now. They still think that the earth is flat. And in fact, in USA, you have a group, huge number of people who think that Earth is still flat, and they think that what NASA is telling and all these is not correct. So,
Yep.
so it is your job, your young people, to convince all these people when you grow big that how to convince them.
See, that's why the problem is that many religious group, they think that science is interfering in the God's matter. That is their claim or blame, whatever you want to call it. That we human are not that developed that we can challenge God. That's what they think. And for that reason, they Islam think the same way, that science is challenging all the God's creation. So is the Christianity. Even in many Hindus, we also there are many people like that. So it's we are not challenging. We don't know if God is there or not. If the God is there, definitely if we are a small scientist, God must be a very big scientist, right? Isn't it? Because if he has created, we have discovered only few laws of God: gravitation, electromagnetic forces. What else is there? Two more I'm forgetting: weak and strong forces, and then there is a fourth one. So there are many laws which is there. So if God has created those, we have found only few of them in last so many million years. So we are not interfering. We are trying to understand all the laws of the God, which so that can be explained when people ask religious people that you are interfering. We said no. We are not interfering. We are telling the what God wanted us to know and to you guys, that these are the laws how which are governing the universe, and you didn't know, you didn't have explanation, but now we have. So anyway, going back to other things, I heard Malik ji that there was a big. Just now I was watching BBC, and it says that in Calcutta there was a big fiasco. कोई म्यूजिशियन या कोई हीरो आया हुआ था कहीं लंदन या कहीं और से, एंड उसके मीटिंग में उसके दर्शन करने के लिए बहुत सारे लोग स्टेडियम में पहुंचे थे, एंड देन समथिंग वेंट रॉन्ग. ही वाज सराउंडेड बाय ऑल द लीडर्स. People didn't get chance to see him. Do you know anything about that? Messi or something?
Yeah, Messi. You see, Calcutta people have got crazy for football here in Kolkata.
Huh?
So Messi had come, and here people worship Messi like God.
And who is Messi? Can you tell us a little bit about him?
No, no, he's the footballer, no, Lionel Messi. Of course, now
Yeah.
he's plays, I think, in Saudi Arabia, but
No,
he's
sir.
from which where?
Argentina,
Earth.
sir.
He's Argentina player, but he's
Uh-huh.
now playing in Saudi Arabia or something, no?
No, sir. Ronaldo is playing in Saudi
Acha,
Arabia.
Ronaldo is playing. Okay.
El Sir.
Yes, yes, correct, correct. You're correct. So Messi had come, but what happened is that uh, all the politicians and the corporate people, they surrounded him, and people had paid about, some of them had paid
12,000.
12,000 rupees ticket, and the whole stadium, which houses 1 lakh people, was full to see him just. And the plan was that he will come, he will go around and then play for short time and then go away. But there was so much crowd and all that, and management was not so good. So he left the field after 10 minutes only, and people couldn't get to see. Even in those 10 minutes he was surrounded by different politicians
Politician and their family.
and officers. So people got angry because they had paid a lot of money just to see him. So they started throwing chairs and this and that. There was a
Who
big
was the
crisis.
organizer? Who was the organizer?
Whosoever it was not organized by the government, not by the government. It's a private function. Right
Yeah.
now, he is in Hyderabad. There, he's in the Hyderabad stadium. I think he is there. He's playing a 10 or 20 minutes football game or something like that.
He should
And then
come
he
back to Calcutta. He should come
no
back
no.
to Calcutta.
And in Calcutta, they have made a life-size statue of him, just very near to my place, a little bit away. Not little bit, I think about 9-10 kilometers away from my house.
Yeah.
So he inaugurated his own statue.
Oh,
But
nice.
Messi and Ronaldo here, if you ask it 4 to 5 year old children, they also know who is
So,
Messi and who is Ronaldo.
oh,
Calcutta
wow.
is very crazy about football.
Yeah, it's good that they prefer football, but yeah. Yeah, we have given too much support to cricket, and other sports are neglected in India. Right,
Yes.
Earth? Earth is a
So,
big cricketer, so he doesn't. He's fully supports cricket, I guess.
Yes, sir.
so where is Acha? So Aryan, you have any question now?
Yes, sir. So, sir, I had a question. So, how do we measure the spins of these elementary particles?
How do we measure the spin of the particle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So right. No, miss, how do we measure? Miss, what's the value, or if that is what you are saying?
Yes, sir. How do we get the value?
No, value. Or once we say value, okay, no, that is a quantum number. So that spin quantum number, it is there. So they call it plus half and minus half. That it is spinning, it has properties like spinning, but what it means, I don't know. What an electron, which is a wave, what does it mean by spinning? I don't know. But how to measure it? One thing is there, when it goes in the magnetic field, if it is spinning in one it behaves as if it is spinning in one direction, then it moves in some way, and when it is moving in the other direction, it goes in another in magnetic field. So one can detect, one can separate them. If it is a positive spin, if it is a negative spin. But what you are hinting at, that answer to that question, I cannot give. I do not know. But spin is a detectable thing, and it is a quantum number of the electron or proton.
Yes.
All these are half spin particles. So they are all Fermi particles.
Yes.
But what spin means, I don't know. It is left to you all to find it out when you grow big.
Okay.
Because right now, as you know, the string theory is trying to understand. Basically, what the string theory is saying, that this the universe is filled with string, and when the string vibrates, that is what we call electron, proton, things like. I also don't understand. My knowledge is very limited in that sense. So
Oh,
God
sir.
only knows. When the string theory, there is no still proof, but
Okay, sir. So I have heard about antimatter. So, sir, does antimatter have like the same gravity properties, or
oh,
does
of course,
it?
yes, 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 yes. So like a electron and positron.
Yes, sir.
See, positron is the antimatter of electron.
Okay.
So they have mass. They have mass. So they have gravitational force also is there. So just the charge is opposite.
Charge. Okay, sir.
So actually, the biggest question in astrophysics is that when the Big Bang took place, after that matter was formed, but matter and antimatter was formed in equal amounts. But somehow the antimatter has vanished. What happened to that? So a lot of scientists are working on this problem. What was the cause that now the universe is mostly matter and less of antimatter? But antimatter is created in the lab here also on Earth. And positron is an antimatter. We deal with it. Positron, you like say, your PET scan, if you go to a hospital, they do PET scan. So that is positron emission tomography. So positrons are emitted, which combines with electron and then emits gamma rays. So we deal with antimatter on the Earth.
And sir, so like the anti-electrons, do they orbit in orbit?
Anti-electron is positron.
Yes, sir. So do these positrons orbit in the orbitals of the uh, electron cloud?
So not the electron crowd. The antimatter of the this one will be, suppose the matter has got proton and with an electron going around it, the antimatter will have antiproton with a positron going around it.
Okay,
So
sir.
even the antiprotons have been formed in the lab, but their lifetimes are very small. They call it anti-hydrogen atom. So they
And
are formed in very small, with very small lifetimes in the accelerators. Yeah, am I, is, is your question answered or you have still some doubts?
I, sir, I still didn't get an intuition behind it. So,
No, no, it's like this. So there is a matter and antimatter. So we have hydrogen atom which has got proton in the center and electron going around it. The anti-hydrogen atom will have anti-proton at the center and positron going around it.
okay, sir.
That was your question, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But the biggest question that I told you, if you, when you grow big, you'll have to try to figure it out. That what happened to all the antimatter that was formed
Yeah.
after the Big Bang? So now we have Earth. Earth is also there. Hello, Earth. How are you? No, Earth has left.
We'll come back.
Is it because of signal problem? And then we have Rakesh ji.
Saksham. Rakesh means Saksham. Yes, Saksham.
Saksham. Hello, Saksham.
Yes, sir.
You have any question?
Um, Sir, I have a question about the moons of Mars. We know that there are two moons of Mars, but do they are actual moons of them, or
Uh,
like they are gravitationally bound moons like the Triton?
I did not get your question. So there are Mars has got two moons. So what do you mean by actual and not actual?
Means, does the moons of the Mars are actually gravitational bound like the moon of the Earth, or they are captured moons like the moon of Triton?
Now, what is the moon of
Moon of
what is the
Neptune. Moon of Neptune.
uh, what what happens to the moon of the Neptune?
You're not getting my question.
No,
Like
no.
there are two moons
Mhm.
of Mars, Phobos and Deimos, right?
Right.
So
Yes.
are are they the normal moons, or the natural moons of the Mars, or they are gravitationally captured moons like the Triton?
S- Sir, he,
Mm.
his question is so like a sun formed by the collision of two things, and there are planets that have moons that are captured, like when an asteroid is going and then it is gravitationally captured by the planet to make its moon. So, sir, he is asking that.
Oh, so what is the
So, it's his question.
so is it a gravitationally captured or it is a
Yes, sir.
I don't know the answer to this question. Earth, do you know this? Aryan, do you know this answer to
Sir,
this?
sir, I think so. Those are gravitationally captured.
Okay, like say in the case of Earth, the moon which we have most likely is the one in some big object collided with the Earth and the moon was formed. So that is one way of forming, and the second way is what Saksham is telling, that it is gravitationally pulled.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll have to look into it. Look into it. I don't know the exact answer. Maybe I'll tell you next time.
So,
Now, so many moons are there that I forget the history of each moon, by the way.
I have put up a diagram of matter and antimatter for many of us who don't know about it. So maybe you guys can throw some light on it. Anybody wants to explain what is matter and antimatter?
Can I explain about it?
Yes, please go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. Very good.
Okay, so a matter a matter is an object. You can say that a matter makes everything in the universe. It is very similar to antimatter and contains the normal particles like proton, neutron, etc. Proton, electron, etc. And the antimatter is quite opposite of matter. It contains the same elements, but the charge carried by it is opposite. And when matter and antimatter meet each other, they annihilate each other, producing pure energy.
Yeah. Producing, like, say, gamma ray or X ray or something like that. Like,
Yes.
say, yes, yes, yes.
So let's take a hydrogen atom. If we see the hydrogen atom, uh, okay, how would you explain matter and antimatter in hydrogen atom?
Yeah, no, Amarnath, just now I said that. Yeah, yeah, just now. Yeah, same thing. Yes. So, in case of hydrogen, say, if it is a matter वाला hydrogen जो है, so that will have proton and electron going around it,
Right.
and antimatter will have a antiproton.
Yes, sir. It will have
Basically,
an antiproton.
so now the proton and antiproton, they are made of different quarks. That's it.
Yes.
So ultimately boils down to having opposite charge.
Yes, sir. And when they meet each other, they annihilate each other,
Yes,
producing pure
they
energy.
annihilate and they become like, say, due. Uh,
Nothing remains. If they annihilate, then what will remain?
no, they annihilate and they form gamma rays energy. That is
Yes.
what I said. When you go to the hospital in your town, they do some PET scan. Suppose there is a tumor in the brain, they do PET scan. So what is done is that some positron emitting material is fed into the patient, which goes near the tumor and it emits positron. And that positron combines with the electron very nearby because there are so many electrons nearby and emits gamma rays. It doesn't become zero. Hello, Saksham, it doesn't become zero. The matter and antimatter, they annihilate to form energy. So energy still remains intact. So they become gamma rays. And that gamma ray is detected, and from that, they try to figure out how the tumor looks like. So we use the matter and antimatter to understand our body. PET scan, if you go to any hospital, you will see written there PET scan, PE, positron emission tomography. There are so many uses of these kind of things. So we use positrons, but the problem is, yeah, yes. Any other question? Hello, Saksham, you have any other question?
No, sir. Currently, I'm not having any question.
So where did you read about matter and antimatter? Is it written in your book?
No, sir.
So where did you read this?
Sir,
So do you understand that you are made of matter, and suppose there can be another Saksham who is made of antimatter. So if both of you meet, you will all get converted to gamma rays.
yes, sir.
Hope we don't meet. There could be a Saksham made of antimatter existing somewhere. I hope we don't meet them.
Yeah. So you are saying that when matter was created, antimatter was created at the same time, and that is lost right now. Is that is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah, basically that is what has happened. And that is one of the puzzles of the astrophysics.
Hmm.
That now the universe that we know of is mostly ruled by matter, and uh, of course dark matter is there, which is playing bigger role. That, but we don't understand that. But the matter and antimatter, because the universe is ultimately neutral, so they were created in equal amounts. But then antimatter has vanished. Not vanished means it has been reduced influence of antimatter.
So, young scientists, you guys have also homework to bring some of your more friends here. You know, we have we want to spread this news about this discussion we are having. So, all of you at least try to bring a couple of more friends. You know, who have the scientific temperament like you. You guys are going to be you have so much hunger for learning science, and so definitely it's going to shape your career, but we need more students like you to come and join us here for discussion.
So if
So
you have no questions, I have one question to all of you. So, where hello, Saksham is only there. What
no, no,
happened
Earth is
to?
also there. All
I'm
three of
also.
them are there.
Oh,
All
is
three
it
are
so?
there.
So why my mobile doesn't show them?
I think I'm showing all two of them in the nicha, and Aryan is on the top
Oh, is it?
next to you. Yeah. They are
Also,
there.
okay. So now you see the recently there was a newspaper you must have read that people thought that the first time the fire was created by man, there used to be fire on earth, in the forest and all that. But the first time man learned how to create fire by rubbing stones and all that was about 50,000 years back. But last week there was a big discovery was made, and it seems somewhere they found out in UK, in some place, I don't remember the name of the place. They have found they have found that there is evidence of fire, something which is 3 lakh years back. So man learned how to use fire 3 lakh years back. And fire is something which changed the course of history of mankind, because man learned how to cook. So, many things happen after learning the fire. But my question to you is, when there is a fire, why there is light also? Where from the light comes? Who can answer this question?
So I
Who
think
can?
so.
You want to answer? Yes, go ahead, Aryan.
Sir, has the electrons are moving up the orbitals. So after some times they also move down because of some quantum phenomena. And then when they move down, they also release a photon of that exact frequency. So I think so that is why we are seeing the light here.
Yeah, but first, how do they go up?
Sir,
So,
because of energy.
because of?
Sir, because I think so they have absorbed the energy. So that is why they have went to the higher state.
Yeah. So look at this, that you see the quantum mechanics is able to explain how the light comes from the flame. But suppose there was no quantum mechanics, can you explain where from the light came? That means for 400 years पहले लोग कैसे एक्सप्लेन करते थे कि लाइट आ रहा है फ्लेम से? उस समय तो क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स नहीं था.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, done. what I read in the history of science, that they didn't know why the light comes. They felt that if something is heated to higher temperature, it is automatically the light will come. So they assumed it, but nobody asked how and why. It's only when the quantum mechanics has come, then people are able to explain where from the light has come. Then, Aryan, can you explain where from are we getting light from the sun?
Sir, because of nuclear fusion.
Yeah, so why there is from nuclear fusion light comes?
Sir, sir, because when
Sir,
two
because electrons in burning atoms getting excited by the heat and they jump together to higher energy levels.
Yeah, but in Saksham, in sun, what is the atom? We have in the core we have hydrogen, and hydrogen is getting by fusion converted to helium.
sir,
Yes,
sir,
sir. So,
So
sir, I think so. The extra mass is converted into energy.
no. The question is this. Question is this: that hydrogen, when it fuses into helium, a gamma ray is emitted, which is not light wave but very higher frequency. But what we are getting from the sun is light.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes,
what is produced in that fusion is gamma rays, not light. See, the frequency of light is less than the frequency of gamma rays.
yes,
What
sir.
is produced in the fusion is gamma ray, not light ray. So, where from the light comes?
Sir, I don't think so. I got your question.
We are getting from the sun light rays
Yes, sir.
and also heat rays. It is more heat rays, but we are getting also light rays. But in the fusion, if you see, well, you may not have nuclear reactions. If you see, when the hydrogen atom proton they fuse, they produced gamma rays, not light rays. So question is where from the light rays coming?
Light rays.
Light and gamma both are electromagnetic waves.
Yes,
Only
sir.
the frequency difference is there. Gamma, the frequency is very high, and the light rays, the frequency is less. So what is produced in the core of the sun is gamma ray, but where from the light is coming? Why don't you do both of you? Both of you are there, and uh, who else?
Sir,
Both of
I
you
think
can do some
because the
research.
extremely high temperature of the core of the sun.
Hmm. The core of
So,
the sun is, yeah, extremely high temperature. So
so due to extremely high temperature in the core of the sun, the fusion occurs, and that fusion might be responsible for light.
no, but I said that fusion, if you see, the fusion occurs, it produces gamma rays,
Yes, sir.
not light rays. But what we are getting is light.
I think because the intensity of the gamma rays might be very low.
No, you cannot change. You see, yeah, that is the point, Saksham, that a gamma photon is a gamma photon. It has a fixed frequency. It will continue to have fixed frequency. And light rays also it has a frequency. No, so okay, take this as a homework. Both of you can do some research, and can you come up next time? This we had discussed long time back, about a year back, this question.
Sir, sir,
You have the answer?
sir, I think so. I can take this. So when they
Yes.
are created in the core, they are
Hmm.
absorbed and re-emitted many times, which reduces the intensity and it makes a visible
Reduces
light
the reduces the
intensity of the light.
No, okay. Um,
Also, I think the light in the sun is created by nuclear fusion.
mhm.
So I think where light is created by nuclear fusion, where the gases in the sun fuses.
There are no gases, only helium, hydrogen and helium, and there might be very little carbon might be there, but mostly hydrogen and helium.
Piyush sir,
Acha,
hello
Aryan?
Piyush.
Hello, Aryan. So, no, by intensity you mean number of photons.
No, sir.
That does not frequency.
Yes, a frequency.
No, but here there is a change in frequency. How it
Yes, sir.
happens? When the intensity increases anywhere of the light, it is the number of photons they increase, not the frequency.
Yes, sir.
So my question is that if the in the fusion reaction gamma rays are formed, then where from photons, light photons are coming? Gamma
Yes.
photons are created and light photons are coming. What we are getting?
So, sir, when the gamma rays are produced, they get absorbed by another atom, which excites the electrons, and then it goes down, and then maybe because of this creates the frequency of the visible light which we see.
Uh, I think Aryan, you are very correct. That's how
Yes.
it happens. So by a number of collisions with the atoms, no, so it gets absorbed and emitted by the atoms, and in the process, the frequency changes,
Yes.
and that takes about 1 lakh years. The light which you are getting now, it has, made collisions for 1 lakh years before it has come to Earth. तो अभी जो लाइट आपके पृथ्वी पर आ रहा है, वो 1 लाख वर्ष पहले क्रिएट हुआ था सन के अंदर में। फिर 1 लाख वर्ष तक वो कोलाइड करता रहा फोटॉन्स, और उसका धीरे धीरे फ्रीक्वेंसी चेंज हो गया, एंड देन इट एस्केप्ड through the plasma of the core
Yes.
and came out through the surface of the sun, and then it took 8 minutes to reach us. So we
Yes.
are lucky to get the light photons which were created 1 lakh years back.
Yes, sir. And I had one more question.
Mhm.
So we know in the protons and neutrons, there are three quarks, but I do not understand why there are only three quarks. Why it can't be four, two, or even five. So didn't understand this.
No, you need at least 3 quarks, but it can be more than 3 quarks, but you need at least 3 quarks to make
So,
it stable. To make it stable, you need at least 3 quarks.
so sir, are there particles with more than three quarks?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Sir, and I think one more question I had. So, uh, when in Einstein's time, what happened that there was entanglement. It said that if we know one particle's spin, so the other particle spin, we would know automatically. But Einstein said that this would be impossible because the information has traveled faster than the speed of light. So, sir, I do not think so. It has traveled faster than the speed of light because if a particle breaks and the other one has positive charge and the other one would have negative charge, so it was just decided at that particular time that these particles would have these spins, so I don't think so that information traveled at the speed of light. So, sir, am I correct? uh, this is the thinking I have, sir.
Yeah, this entanglement is a new interpretation, and of course, what you said is correct. That the information has to go at more than speed of light. So it is still being discussed. So I don't want to comment on it, but that is what it is.
Okay, sir.
So what happens here can affect at a distance which but this entanglement says that it happens if the change is here, the change also will take place correspondingly. So the information has traveled at but there is a finite speed of travel. So this is where the problem lies. So people are debating over this.
But I don't think so that this information has traveled at the speed of light.
Yeah, but how the other particle will know that this fellow had changed his.
So it was decided at that moment when the bigger particle broke into other two smaller particles. That one would have positive and the other would have negative. So it was already decided at that point.
Well, let me just think over it. I think this is under still debate. Actually, it is
Yes.
being debated.
And sir, Pius also joined. Hello, Pius. You have any question or want to say something? After a long time, you joined today.
No, sir, I
Hmm?
have no, no, sir.
You have
Hello,
no any question.
No, sir.
but
Okay.
Pius has
Okay.
come after a long time, no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
But Pius is you're in which class? I just forget.
Sir, I am eighth class.
Yeah, eighth class. So in eighth class, what are they teaching you in science?
Yes, sir.
In eighth class, what do they teach you? Do you follow NCERT books?
Yes, sir.
So what do they teach you in that in NCERT book? Hello, Pius.
Sir, he left.
Yeah, but something is happening. It is just
Connection
like
problem.
entanglement. No, people are coming and going.
No, no, sir. He will join, sir. I think
Connection
network is
problem,
there.
probably.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
it must be connection problem.
Yes, sir. Because he was listening from long time.
Yes, Aryan wants to ask a question. Why not go ahead?
Sir, I have a question. So, when the life from the sea first stepped on the land, how did it survive? Because its body was not adapted to the life of the land, and it didn't have lungs at that time. So, didn't understand this.
Um, Aryan, frankly speaking, I also don't know the answer to this question. But recently, when I was coming from USA, in Singapore, I went to see an aquarium.
Oh,
And I was shocked to see that a fish was having two legs.
so I think so. It's an axolotl.
Huh?
It's called an axolotl. I think so.
I don't know what it's called, but I had never seen a fish with legs. It was so in that aquarium. No, it's a aquarium is very big aquarium,
Yeah.
all kinds of fish. So in particular aquarium there were fish with legs, with fingers. Oh my God, I was shocked to see that. And then I started believing that surely fish must have come from sea to the land somehow. Have you seen a fish with legs?
So I haven't seen.
I saw it this time after a long time. But
Oh,
this evolution is a very interesting topic. I think you all must try to read.
yes, sir.
Yeah, your question was very good question. I don't know the answer to that question, but it has evolved. You see, I think there are different books are there. They tell how these small changes they kept on happening and how we have evolved. In fact, some people, some scientists say that we are not apes, but we are advanced apes because we are so similar to the apes, not to the monkeys. We are not very similar to monkeys, but we are very similar to apes.
Yes,
So man can be called advanced ape.
yes, sir.
Amarnath ji is showing us that Amarnath ji is that
It is Leonardo da Vinci's, uh, you know, uh,
aeroplane.
work. Yeah, he also worked on how to he was watching birds for a very long time, trying to figure out how to make aeroplane. So he did a lot of study how to make aeroplane, and this is what is one of his models.
Yes,
So you
Yes.
guys can see it. Took
Kitna
how many 100 years to figure it out. So a lot of people have been dreaming. Like in India also, there was Bharadwaj Rishi who came with the Bhimanika Shastra. I think somebody should study that, Bhimanika Shastra. So he also did a lot of study how to make a Bhiman. That's
yes.
yeah. And so a lot of people have been trying, but finally in what 1901 or two, Wright brothers came with the flying, real flying.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. In India, I'm sure even 3,000, 4,000 years back, people must have done plenty of very good things they must have done. But the problem was that all the knowledge was getting transmitted through speaking and not by written.
Yeah,
Because there was, as compared to, let us say, Egyptians who developed that papyrus writing, all the see even up till 2000 years, I think all even our Vedas and all the sacred many books, they were passing from one person to the next generation.
yeah, you are
It's by
right.
memory, and people were adding as it passed on from one person to the other person. Many things got lost and many things got added.
You are right.
Yeah.
That happens in the oral
Yeah.
tradition.
And that kept on happening until 2000 years back. It's
Yeah,
only in 2000 that what is that patra that is called on which they started writing on that. And some
Talpatra.
of,
Tal.
yes, Tal Patra, and there is one Patra, they started writing on that. And some of the kings know even the history of India, people are trying to learn by the coins and the inscriptions on the stones because there is no written material more than 2000 years back. So that is the tragedy of our history because I am still convinced that Aryabhatta was a great scientist. Whatever is left shows that he must have done many things, but there is no proof.
Yeah,
yes,
Even in that Tal Patram, no, someone wrote the roots of the quadratic equation, but how he arrived at it, he never wrote it. Nowhere it is there. So the credit came to the Europeans and not to Indians for the solution of the quadratic equation.
yes, sir.
So we have a history, written history, only 2000 years back. उससे पहले क्या सब हुआ होगा बहुत अच्छा चीज भी हुआ होगा इसमें कोई शक नहीं. And
so
I'm
so
sure even the earth is round, somewhere it is. must have been discussed because India was because of the Jyotish Shastra, astronomy and astrology were progressing quite fast, but there is no
Yeah,
written proof anywhere.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
and uh, and also this tells you the technology rules the world. Whoever is on the top in technology, they are going to rule the world. So keep in mind. That's why we have to become number one in India in technology. If we fall behind, then other people will be ruling us. Like right now, if you look at it, United States is ruling the world because all the technology, latest technology, they have it, right? So basically, we all are using right now American technology. Everything which we use, this computer came from America. This internet came from America. So technology. So we want a future where India is on the top. Right now, China is trying to take pass over United States, but we should have a goal that in the science we will leave everybody else behind one day, and you guys have to play your role.
Sir, I think
Before before closing, I will tell the history of the internet, why it came actually.
sir,
People were doing experiments in Switzerland in CERN with the particle accelerator.
Hmm.
So what used to happen is that whosoever was at the lab, he used to get the first data and he used to publish it.
Hmm.
So the people who had also put their minds, and it is a, many countries have joined together to make that particle accelerator center, which is in CERN in Switzerland. Even India is one part of it. So
Hmm.
other countries got the data late. So that is why the idea came into their head that the data must be shared immediately to all of them, so that otherwise whosoever was in the lab published the data and दूसरे का नाम ही नहीं आता था.
Hmm.
That is how the internet came actually. That is how they started the www World Wide Web. So it
Interesting.
was a need of the hour that time that we must share the data simultaneously in all the countries among all the scientists, because because if this was not there, then people who were in the lab used to publish the results and they used to get the credit. And so where the internet has gone now, you see, in just it was in 80s it was done, and now see where the internet has gone.
sir, hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, I think so. Saksham has a question. He has raised his hand.
Who has?
Saksham.
Saksham. I'm not able to see that. I don't know. There is some problem with my mobile. Hello, Saksham. Can you ask the question?
Yes, sir. I am having the question that a neutron star fuses which elements?
Or neutron star? No, it's a collection of. It is a dense star. It is a very dense star, and no, it doesn't form elements. If
Yes,
it only neutrons are there, how will the elements be formed? And by the way, you'll be surprised that one teaspoonful of neutron star weighs a few thousand tons.
yes, sir. I know that, but my question means that like the sun is alive by the fusion means it converts hydrogen to helium and then helium to carbon and then to the iron. So we can say that it is alive by the fusion process.
Sir,
Then
can I try?
how does the neutron star is sustainable?
Sir, can I try to answer this?
Yes, yes, sure, please.
Sir, there is a principle in physics called the Pauli exclusion principle. It states that two particles with the same properties cannot be at the same state at the same place. So this is called the Pauli exclusion principle. And when there are particles, the neutron stars, uh, neutrons, which are neutral, they get very close, and because of the Pauli exclusion principle they cannot combine, and that is how they are stable. So am I correct?
Yeah, what does Saksham say? Are you convinced with this answer? No, it's okay. There is also play of the one rule which you said, that is Pauli's exclusion
Yes, sir.
principle, which is by the fermions, means a particle with same quantum numbers cannot exist at the same place. His question, Saksham's question is, Saksham, can you repeat the question once again?
Yes, sir. Like the sun fuses hydrogen to helium, helium to carbon, and then into the iron. So, in the same process, neutron stars fuses which elements? Do they fuse hydrogen or helium or other one?
No, but there is only neutrons. So
They can't combine.
And sir, we have also seen that without fusion, no star can sustain, and even white dwarf stars cannot sustain without fusing carbon and oxygen. So, how do neutron stars sustain?
by sustain, what do you mean actually?
Means how they stay on the universe. Like a white dwarf cannot survive without carbon and oxygen. The
So,
sun cannot survive without nuclear fusion. So, how do neutron stars survive with electrons only? Sorry, electrons not neutrons.
he's asking how are they preventing the gravitational collapse? Sir, it's because of the Pauli exclusion principle.
Okay, Saksham, let me try to understand your question in more details. I will tell you next time. But I'm trying to understand what do you mean by sustain actually.
Sir, uh, he is saying how are they preventing the gravitational collapse? So how are they not becoming a black hole?
Okay, okay, Saksham, give me some time. Maybe next time I'll come with the answer.
I think you also do research, all the students.
Yes, yes.
This is all available on internet. I see. I have put it here for you. So please, there is a lot of material already available on internet. Please study them so that we can have a very useful discussion next time.
Yes,
But the very interesting thing about neutron star is one teaspoonful weighs few thousand tons.
yes, sir.
So you can imagine what a neutron star is.
And where
Yes.
is it found? Where do you
It-
find them?
no, it is there in universe, many places, in many galaxies.
Hmm.
Sir, I have one more question.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, I think I have read somewhere that the proton's radius is about 10 raised to the power of minus 15 meters. So, how are we finding this out? How do we conclude that it's like how do we measure these quantum things?
Means this, what is the size of the proton you are
Yes,
saying?
yes, sir. How did we find out?
Okay, this is a good question. I would like to answer it next time.
Okay,
Yeah, this is a good question. Yeah, how did they find? I will have to go into the historical part of it.
okay.
What is your guess, by the way, Aryan?
What, sir?
What is your guess? How to find a size of a particle of that size?
Sir, I don't also know. It was a question.
Yeah. Yeah, let me get into it. Maybe next time I would. Yeah, this is good, very good question. It never came in my mind actually. Yeah.
So I guess we are
Yeah.
over time now.
Yes.
Over.
So bye to everyone.
Bye, sir.
Amarnath ji.